Morning students, today we are going to continue with the numerical portions of our measurement chapter. Now before seeing this video, I would request you to see all the other 4 modules from this chapter so that you will be able to relate with the numericals if you will have a good concept of the theory which has already been explained. Now see, we are starting the first question. Calculate the length of a seconds pendulum at a place where g is 9.8 meter per second square. Now see, by seeing the question only they have given hint. They are telling calculate the length of a seconds pendulum. Now what actually a second pendulum is? A second pendulum is a pendulum with a period of oscillation is equal to 2 seconds. Remember, means the word seconds, the moment you will see this word second in this type of questions, you will immediately understand that they have given you time indirectly, which is 2 seconds. For any seconds pendulum, take time is equal to 2 seconds. Clear? And g given 9.8. Now we know the formula. In the last class, we have seen the formula for time period of the pendulum, t equal to 2 pi root under L by g. Substitute the values given t 2 seconds, 2 pi root under L by g. Now L we don't know, we are going to calculate, so keep L in L only, and g is 9.8. Now squaring both sides to get rid of this root, you will get this side 4, 2 square will become 4. Now this 2 will again become 4 by squaring, this pi will become pi square and the root will vanish, so it will be L by g. So you can cancel this 4 and this 4, so you are having 1 in this side. Now 1 is equal to L by 9.8 pi square, L pi square by 9.8. so for L you simply cross multiplication, you do cross multiply, so it will become 1 into 9.8 by, you bring this pi square down by pi square, that is 9.8 by pi square, that is 9.8 by 3.14 into 3.14, because the value of pi is 3.14. So by doing this calculation you will get 0.994, which is your required answer of length. This type of sum is already explained earlier. Now see the second question. Compare the time period of a simple pendulum. Now they are asking you to compare the time period of a simple pendulum at places where g is 9.8. Now one g1 is given 9.8 and another g2 is given 4.36 meter per second square respectively. They are asking you to find the ratio of t1 by t2. Now we know there is a factor, we know the factor which you have learned in the last class. So time period is inversely proportional to square root of g. We have learned this formula. So now see students, they have given g1 equal to 9.8, g2 equal to 4.36, right? And they are asking you to calculate t1 by t2 simply. So see, if we will consider that time, first time as t1, so by this formula t proportional to 1 by g, we can write t1 proportional to 1 by g1, right? Let that be equation 1. And again we can write from this main formula t2 is proportional to 1 by g2. Keep this as second equation. Now dividing 1 by 2, if you will divide the first equation by second, you will get what? T1 by t2 on the left hand side is equal to 1 by root under g1 by 1 by root under g2, right? So now we can just, this is a division, so you just do reciprocal. So 1 by g1 means root under g1 into root under g2 by 1. We are just doing reciprocal since it is division. So if we will merge this two root, so what we will get, t1 by t2 is equal to, give a single root, a big root, g2 by g1. Are you getting my point? We are merging these two roots. So g2 by g1. So g2 is given, g1 is given from the question. Substitute the values and you will get your answer. So t1 by t2 is equal to root under g2 by g1 it became. So g2 is given 4.36, g1 is given 9.8 and under root. So you solve this, after calculation you will get 1 by 1.5 as the answer. Now you put 1 0, you get rid of this points and simply you cancel, and after take you root, you will get your required answer, that is 1 by 1.5. So this is the ratio of time period T1 by T2. Now see, our next question, they are saying the circular head of a screw gauge is divided into 50 divisions. So simply we are getting the number of divisions in the screw gauge. What is that? 50. And the screw moves 1 millimeter ahead in 2 revolutions of the circular head. Now it is said when you will revolve the circular head, it moves 1 millimeter ahead in 2 revolutions. Means it needs 2 revolutions to move 1 millimeter ahead. They have given in the question. Now they are asking you to calculate pitch and least count. Now students, see pitch. What is pitch? Now always remember, pitch is distance moved in 1 revolution, right? Distance moved in 1 revolution is pitch, remember. So in the question they are telling they are completing 1 millimeter in 2 revolutions. So you use unitary method. Distance moved in 2 revolution is how much? 1 millimeter. They have given in the question. So distance moved in 1 revolution will be how much? 1 by 2, that is 0.5 millimeter. If they have already given, if they would have given 1 millimeter in 1 revolution, then there would not have been any question of doing this unitary method. Directly you will take pitch as whatever they have given. But here they are saying in an indirect manner, so we are using unitary method to find our pitch. So I hope it's clear. Now if you want to convert it in centimeter, so you can again divide this millimeter by 10, you will get 0.05 centimeter. Now least count we have already learned in our screw gauge theory and that module. So least count is pitch by number of divisions in the circular scale. So pitch is either you can place 0.5 millimeter or you can place 0.05 centimeter, whatever you want. So I am putting 0.05 centimeter by 50, number of divisions in the circular scale, which is 50, which is given in the questions only. So by 50 you will get 0.01 centimeter as the answer of least count. So I hope it's clear. Everything is from the theory only. Now see the last question. Now the pitch of a screw gauge is 1 millimeter. They have directly given pitch of the screw gauge in this question, so our job is done. And there are 100 divisions on the circular scale, and so as they have given the divisions, that is 100. Now while measuring the diameter of the wire, the main scale reads 3 millimeter and the 55th division is in the line with the base line. This is a very important question. You will get this type of question in your exam. Find the diameter of the wire. Assume that the screw gauge is free from zero error. This is the question. Now students, see, we have already learned the formula. What is the formula of least count? Least count is equal to pitch by number of divisions in the circular scale. Now see, in the question it is given the pitch of the screw gauge is 1 millimeter. They have given the pitch and the divisions, number of divisions on the CS is 100. They have already given these two data. So we can easily find our least count, that is pitch by number of divisions in the circular scale, that is 1 by 100, which is 0.01 millimeter. We have got the least count. Now in the theory question, means in the theory module of screw gauge, I hope you have remembered, I have explained your observed diameter. So what is the diameter? How you can get the observed diameter? Your diameter will be main scale reading plus circular scale division coinciding with the baseline into least count. Now seeing this numerical, you will be able to understand. See, they are telling the main scale reading is 3 millimeter. Main scale reading is how much? 3 millimeter. And the circular scale division, which is exactly coinciding with the baseline, is what division? It is 55th division. So putting the values in the formula, your main scale reading is how much? 3 plus circular scale division, which is coinciding with the baseline. What is that division? That is 55th. So 55th into least count, which you are already calculating here, 0.01. So 0.01. So by calculating this, you will be getting your observed diameter as 3.55 millimeter. Fine. Now it is said in the question that the screw gauge is zero error free. So your true diameter is what I have already explained in that video. Your true diameter is observed diameter minus zero error. Now observed diameter, see, we are getting 3.55 put here, minus zero error is nothing. They are assuming it is negligible, zero. So put there is no zero error, that is minus zero. So 3.55 minus zero is 3.55 millimeter. So this is your required true diameter of the wire. So thanks for watching. This is Shagnik sir.